It's the ultimate racetrack and the ultimate proving ground. Welcome to the Nurburgring. It's more than 20 kilometres of tarmac in the German forest that takes in every kind of corner you're likely to find in the real world, with a few that you'd also hope not to. Companies such as Porsche and BMW have been coming here for years, and more recently Hyundai has opened a research and development centre right here at the ring to improve its next breed of cars. Let's have a closer look.
Most circuits are closed to the public. You can only drive on them if you're a racing driver or you pay to take part in a private track day. The Nurburgring isn't like that, and that's one of the reasons that it's truly special. The ring is open for public use whenever it's not closed for motorsport or industry test sessions. Treated as a public toll road, you pay €27, just over $40, and can have a drive on the track.
It's amazing how accessible this place is. I mean, anyone with a car and a driver's license can come along and have a crack. You don't need to wear a helmet, though you should. You don't need to bring a car with a racing roll cage and slick tyres, but people do. It's sort of all up to just how committed you want to be. And in our case, we're just here for a bit of a suck it and see, just to learn the flavour of the place. And I have to say, I like what I've got here. So we're coming into a corner called the Foxhole, just rolling off the throttle and driving through it very gently. Big depression there, puts a lot of load on the car suspension. That's why the car companies come in.
The Nordschleife, or Northern Loop, climbs through 300 metres in elevation and across 73 corners that wait to catch drivers out. It's an old school track with very little runoff, and there are huge consequences for making a mistake. It's a challenge that keeps enthusiasts, racing drivers and car makers coming back for more. Car companies set record laps here to prove that their cars are up to the challenge, and there are dozens of manufacturers with facilities allowing for year-round testing. Hyundai is one of them. The brand is working hard to improve both the performance and the perceptions of its cars. It has racked up class wins in 24-hour races with cars like the Veloster Turbo. It has moved in here next to Audi and Aston Martin to help improve the breed.
This is Hyundai's Nurburgring Technical Centre, the core of its European hub. Now, it's a special place because this building behind me houses what will become the next generation of Hyundai road and performance vehicles. Now, Hyundai is based here at the Nurburgring because 400 or so laps around here is equivalent to nearly 200,000 kilometres of real-world testing. The Nurburgring puts loads on cars like nowhere else in the world, which is why Hyundai has spent more than $10 million developing this centre. It's an awesome place, this, and there is nothing else like it on the planet.
While we couldn't drive a prototype at the ring, we did have a go with an important new car in the i30 Turbo. While this model isn't coming to Australia, it's likely to be the basis for Hyundai's upcoming N Performance model that lies just around the corner. It's an intimidating track, and anyone considering a visit should do their homework. There are plenty of online laps and tutorials you can watch to learn the ropes. It's also a good idea to practice on games such as Project Cars, Forza Motorsport or Gran Turismo, just as long as you remember that there's no reset button in the real world.
I've been lucky enough to experience a lot of really cool things as a car enthusiast and as a motoring journo. You know, I've driven around Bathurst, I've been to Le Mans and driven at Phillip Island and all kinds of great places, and the Nurburgring is absolutely peerless in terms of a place to take a car. I mean, it's everything about it. You've got these amazing roads, dealing with other cars, you know, you've got immensely fast drivers around you in some really committed cars. And you know, you're never going to be the fastest guy out there, but that's not what it's about. It's just about going and having fun and experiencing what is one of the great thrills in motoring. And it is such a privilege to be here. If you ever have the opportunity to come along and check out the Nurburgring, you must.